seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Detroit Lions. The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And we are underway from Ford Field. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. First carry for the former Pro Bowler, Josh Jacobs. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
They had three tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
On second and 11 now. Mariota. He finds Pickens over the middle. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1. A lot more to go. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. And he will handle first down as they get into the ground at the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is Mariota. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Normally you see three tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or two towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Here's Pollard again. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Odafe Owe showing off the pass rush skills.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. They run straight ahead here with Pollard, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside, but he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Lions are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And the defense, Charles, they bit a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goals.
And it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his 2nd interception.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points. But then and now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Zerline good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. The slot man in motion right. They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Beckham will go in motion right. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Derek Stingley picks it, and the Lions are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense.
And in for the Lions touchdown. So we just witnessed touchdown number 1 for the Rook, and certainly that's a football he's going to want for the trophy case.
Yeah, this is one that you don't spike, right? This is one you don't throw to your teammate and let them celebrate. This is one you keep for yourself, take it over to the equipment staff and have them mark it up, put it away, and then you get it later on, and as you said, mount it in your trophy case. Fantastic. Hopefully the first of many.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're out and panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big play there for Philly. And even 40 yards.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
Pollard going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Tony Pollard, a 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Eagles are back within a score.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll make our score 14-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And just a yard to go here on second down. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And this will wind up a Lions first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll try to throw now. Mariota. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mariota, and he fires one incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun, it's Mariota.
He'll get this underneath to Jacobs.
And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first.
A 4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright.
And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Play action. It's Wilson. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw is Wilson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Wilson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
1st down for Odell Beckham Jr. We can finally say it, partner. OBJ got his ring. Really fit in with the Rams once he got there and was invaluable in leading them to a Super Bowl victory. Suffered a knee injury in that game, but he's back and ready for an encore in 2022.
He's going deep for Brown. And this one is incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again here, Wilson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it would be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
94 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Powers through it.
Throw over the middle, taken in by Dulcich. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
On 2nd and very short, Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. 20. 10.
And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Jet sweep. Here's Pickens with it.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. A big play, if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's third and goal.
Throwing, Mariota. And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Eagles are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Second half, close game, and we're certainly seeing some exciting plays, but it's really been the defenses. That's now back-to-back drives that have ended with interceptions.
Yeah, the guys on the other side of the ball, as we like to say, the defenders, they've been the difference makers for their teams. And when they're taking their game up to this kind of a level, I want to see what happens with these offenses. Can they match them as this game goes on? Or will the defenders continue to have full control of this one?
He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On second and 11 now. Wilson.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Throw left side, complete. That's Johnson. And he's going to be out of bounds up past the 5.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now.
As his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
And here's Ryan Wright now.
As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Now a give here to Pollard. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Now Wilson. Over the middle to Beckham. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
In motion comes the tight end left. They'll run on 1st down. Pollard. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line.
117 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Here's Wilson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Eagles. DJ Chark, 27 yards.
And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Working out of the gun, Mariota.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle, and the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. On play action, Mariota. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Mariota. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Detroit. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've got momentum on their side. They were once down 14-0. Now it's even at 14 as they look to put together a drive to get them the lead. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Well, that's a good first step, but several steps still to go.
They still have time for the possible game-winning field goal. Time for them to be quick and hurry at the same time.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Throwing now is Wilson. And this is caught. It's Brown. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Pollard. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Now Wilson. He finds his target, Beckham.
He's going to have the first down and more than that.
And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth. Gano for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Eagles 21, Lions 14.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Isaiah Watt.